Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I am here with my Sweet Candy Canes class to go today. So thanks so much for tuning in, whether you are going to join me here in a minute or catch the replay. So I have 3 cards that I am going to create with you today, and these are part of my class to go this week. So as I talk, I will kind of explain all the details. So here's card number 1. These are just super sweet and simple. Here is card number 2, and here is card number 3. So these do feature the Sweet Candy Canes bundle, which is the Sweet Candy Canes stamp set, upside down, Sweet Candy Canes stamp set from the holiday catalog for 2022. And then it has coordinating dies with it. So the dies are the candy cane dies. Candy canes die. So it's actually pretty cool. You get a left and a right candy cane die, a little label, a couple leaves. And then there's this cool diagonal die cut piece that looks like this, that is like a whole card front. So I used that as well on one of the projects. And I did bring in one of my favorite dies from the annual catalog for 2022-2023, and this is the Stylish Shapes dies. So I'm using the banner and the circle for these cards. So this one here, Stylish Shapes, is actually like this. There's 15 dies. This one is going to be on sale. Starting this week, there's going to be a seasonal sale. So starting Tuesday, let me look at my notes really quick. Tuesday, November 15th through Friday, November 18th, 2022, there's a seasonal sale. And I'll talk more about that at the end. But I want to try to get through all 3 cards. And so I'm just going to point my camera down at my station and jump right in today. My video looks a little choppy to me, and that's because it's really cloudy and kind of drizzly and rainy out here. So hopefully it looks okay on the recording. So let me just make sure I popped up for myself. Here I am in my feed. Okay. So like I said, there's 3 cards, and I forgot to show the kit while I was up top. So I'll try to show this again at the end, but this is the card kit that you are going to get from me by placing an order. So this is a class to go. So you are going to get 6 cards. There's 3 designs, and you're going to get 2 of each. So you're just going to get all the pieces. I'm going to do all the die cutting for you, and then you'll get the envelopes as well. Let me just see if I can refresh for a minute. Okay, so let's just jump right in, get that out of the way. And again, here's another quick look at the cards. So card 1, card 2, and card 3. And again, I'm using the Sweet Candy Canes bundle, plus the Stylish Shapes. Okay. So a perk for ordering is going to be that you're going to get all the measurements from me. So I am not going to go over any of the measurements. That's going to be a perk to order. And with your order, you're going to follow a host code. So I'm going to put a link below with all the details. But let's start with card 1. I am just going to stamp the sentiment in real red ink on Pool Party cardstock. So pretty simple. If you don't have the Sweet Candy Cane stamp set, you can substitute any stamp in your stash. So the class to go from me is going to be all the pieces die cut, all the cardstock, all the designer series paper, and the glimmer paper. And I'm actually going to include the ribbon on 2 of the cards, which is really 4 of the cards, right? Because there's 6 cards in total. 3 designs, you're going to get 2 of each. So super simple stamping. And like I said, if you don't have the stamp, you can substitute. But you'll need stamps, ink, and adhesives, and like a basic toolkit to just finish the cards as they were designed. So let me get my sample. We're going to put the designer series paper onto one side of my pool party card base. And if you like this side, certainly use this side. I just thought it was a little bit busy for my taste, but this paper is the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. Oh, it's so cute. And let me bring over some Seal Plus. I'm using liquid glue, the multi-purpose liquid glue, some Stampin' Seal Plus adhesive. I'm going to use some mini glue dots, and I think I'm going to actually use Stampin' Dimensionals on some cards too. And I'm just going here. You might actually want to kind of see how your pieces are going to lay out before you start sticking things down. So in my original sample card, my candy canes were opposite of what they're going to be in this one. And that was just because I cut the candy canes out of the Designer Series paper. So you'll make sure that you do if you're going to teach this class, if you're watching and you're a demonstrator, make sure you cut all your candy canes out of the paper with the coordinating dies this way, so then you find out which way you want to do the glimmer. This is the red glimmer paper, and it's so cute. So it can be a candy cane or it can be a J. So I've seen some people do some cards with like a circle as an O and then do something with a Y. So I'm going to actually put this on with a little bit of Seal Plus. I want a strong adhesive for my candy cane. So, and then again, you can kind of sort of figure out, they're going to kind of go overlap, and then kind of go over the edge a little bit. So we'll put a little bit of liquid glue on this piece. This is cute too. This side, I made a card, and it's going to post to my blog on this Tuesday, which is November 15th, 2022 for Casing Tuesday. And I actually used the other side of the candy cane. So super cute. And then we're just going to put the banner that we stamped on. You can use whatever your favorite adhesive is. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue and put that like so. You could use dimensionals here too. And then just to finish off card 1, I'm going to bring over my Take Your Pick tool and some Iridescent Rhinestones. So if you spend $35, you're going to get the 6-card kit from me. That's just going to include the cardstock, the designer paper, and the glimmer paper, and the ribbon on the other 2 cards. If you spend $50 or more with my host code by November 18th, 2022, I'm going to throw in the Iridescent Rhinestones. So that's card number 1. Super, super sweet and simple. Let's move on to card number 2. I'm all out of order with what I'm following along on my side here. So card number 2 stepped up a little bit, but it's definitely not hard. We're going to stamp the Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses sentiment. Let me see if I can get this little piece off with my sand eraser. Yeah, it's just like a little piece of like dust, or potentially when I die cut, sometimes there's like little pieces when you die cut with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So that's the other thing. Your kit, I'm going to do all your die cutting for you. So that's a perk of placing your order with me with my host code. So let's bring in our Real Red again. There's only 2 ink colors for the cards. I'm using Real Red and Garden Green. And a tip about this sentiment is you can actually do it this way too. So I designed the card this way, but this sentiment is made to go the other direction as well. So let's get that out of the way so we don't have an oopsie, and let's adhere some of the layers. This is card number 2, so we have a few more layers going on. And super cute though, super simple. I'm going to do the embossing for you with the Merry Melody 3D embossing folder. Hey Elaine, good morning. Thanks for tuning in this morning on this gloomy, gloomy Sunday. It's kind of what we get, I guess. We've been really spoiled this week. I will say it's been in the 70s a few times, and for almost the middle of November and in Massachusetts, it's pretty rare to have so many warm days. but we're gonna get slammed into reality this week because the long range forecast shows 40s and 50s. So just to give you an idea, it's about 50 right now, and it was 70 yesterday afternoon. So almost a 20 degree temperature change. So we're gonna put those 2 layers up. For my little candy cane piece, I'm gonna put ribbon through these holes, and I'm using the real red and garden green. I believe it's 3/8 ribbon. So we're gonna go up from the back. We're just gonna thread this through. And you want to adhere these layers because the ribbon's going to tack behind this designer paper and cardstock that we did here. So you have a couple options. I like to use mini glue dots here, but I'm going to tack. I'm going to try to tack with a little bit of Seal Plus just right here so this doesn't move on me. So I just want to make sure that's nice and straight. Tack that there. Bring over my mini glue dots. And then we're just going to put one on each end of the ribbon. Try not to touch your fingers. Try to put your mini glue dot to the ribbon. So sorry if I'm a little off camera here. My mini glue dots are going for a ride here. Okay, so get this out of the way. Make sure I got them there. I think I got them there. So we're just going to tack those behind and kind of straighten that out. That looks great. Here's the piece of basic white that I embossed with the Merry Melody. And I forget if I mentioned this embossing folder. Merry Melody is going to be on sale this week starting November 15th through November 18th, 2022 as part of the seasonal sale. So let's just go through that really quick. I'll adhere while I'm talking, so just to save time on the video. The seasonal sale, like I said, it's the 15th through the 18th, 2022. I'm trying to decide which direction this goes with this folder, but it's stamp sets from, everything is from the annual catalog. So the May 2022 to April 2023 annual catalog. And it's stamp sets 15% off, dies 20% off, punches 10% off, embossing folders 20% off. So I did look up the Merry Melody, and it goes down to $8 as it's 20% off. And then designer series paper 20% off. So, and for the designer series paper, it is the non-specialty designer series papers. And again, that's the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog, and it's called the seasonal sale, and it will be November 15th to November 18th, 2022. So when I designed this class and started preparing, and good morning, Dee, thanks for tuning in live. There's gonna be a piece in your kit that's the real red ribbon. I'm just gonna take my paper snips and cut the edges of this before I adhere it on. I find it's easier for me to do it this way before I adhere it. I don't know what you guys think, but some people have like specialty ribbon scissors that Stampin' Up! Used to sell, and those work really good with ribbon. And I've somehow missed out. I know they were current when I was a demonstrator, but for some reason I just never got them. So I'm just going to put my knot to my glue dot and peel up and kind of get this on there, kind of almost like a little faux bow. So I'm going to do your knots for you in your kit. I'm just going to tie a knot with the ribbon and throw it in your kit if you order. And again, it's $35 to get the 6-card kit, or $50 to get the 6-card kit plus the rhinestones. So this card, I sprinkled in some of the rhinestones, and I did all 3 sizes. These have 3 sizes, but if you just do the $35 order, which I would be so grateful for, you can use any embellishment you have in your kit. So if you just want to do the $35, pick out a couple things from the sale, that would be awesome. And I'm just going to do a larger one up top here. I did all 3 sizes on this one, but I changed it up from a little bit what I did earlier on the other one. This one I did kind of one small, one large, and one medium up here. So feel free to just sprinkle a few of those on. I really like the iridescent rhinestones because they kind of pick up the colors in your cards. So they kind of have a different shimmery type look to them. Okay, so that was card number 2. Oh, I'm sorry. There's going to be an additional white in your packet, so let me show you what to do with that. We are just going to put that on the inside of the card. So 2 of them will have a white piece for the inside. Because the other one was Pool Party, and Pool Party is pretty light blue, so you can certainly write on the inside. So that other white piece that's not embossed is for the inside. Okay. So let's move on to card number 3. I'm actually getting through these pretty quickly, so that is good. My desk is a mess though. Okay, so here's card number 3, and this one's got ribbon and die cutting. I'm gonna have the same die cut that I used, the little label from the Candy Canes dies, and we're gonna stamp the Christmas cheer sentiment in garden green ink. So again, like I mentioned, it's 2 ink colors, Real Red and Garden Green. This one also uses Sweet Sorbet, so you could do Sweet Sorbet, which is one of the ink colors if you have it. So there's my sentiment. I like to matchy match, so this one's got ribbon going through the die, and we're going to use the Garden Green ribbon, so I kind of want the ribbon to match the sentiment, but honestly, if you have Sweet Sorbet ribbon, you could also substitute that. And I do want to show you 2 different ways to do the ribbon. In the original sample, what I do is I have it going through the holes in the die, and then I'm tying knots off on each end. I don't know if this is going to be long enough to kind of do this demonstration, but here's another idea that I saw that somebody put online this week. I think it was yesterday or the day before. They just put the ribbon and they just kind of put it against each other and just did that with it, and then cut the tails and made it look pretty. So that's another idea for the ribbon. This piece might be a little bit short to do that, so I'm going to do my original. So from the back, I am going to thread this up. So you're going to have to do this part, but it's super easy. I'm not going to do this part for you in your kit. So we're just going to tie each end in a bow. And I have pretty skinny fingers, so I just kind of put it again through one of my fingers, and tie in a knot. So do one end and then kind of pull and kind of get where you kind of think you might want it, maybe there, and then do the other end. So I just thought this works out great for this die. But the other way is super easy, and I think it could work. Maybe I'll be generous, and when I'm cutting your kits, I'll give you a little bit more ribbon than I planned. Okay, so just move my knot a little bit, and voila, I kind of have my little ribbon with my knots. So I'm just going to cut these off. I want to make sure it fits on my card, across my card front. And this card front's a little bit tricky. I will say in my first go around, it was a little bit messy when I adhered it. So what I'm going to do with this is I have a super awesome tip, is I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. And I did not put dimensionals in the supply list because the original card I did not do this. And then my die moved around a little bit. So you can tack your dimensionals and it will kind of hold your ribbon down. And then we're going to take the backings off when we're ready to put it on the card. So super awesome tip to just kind of get them on the ribbon to hold the ribbon in place. Okay, let's put that to the side and do all my layering. So this one's Sweet Sorbet, and let me try to get my pieces together here. I don't want to lose that. Okay. So this is really fun. The base is going to be Sweet Sorbet, and then I did this die cutting out of the Designer Series paper. And again, I used the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. But this has got a whole bunch of holes in it, right? So you got to be very careful when you adhere. So I am going to try to use like the slightest bit of liquid glue possible. But I came up with an awesome tip that I'm like so happy that I'm sure I'm not the only one that came up with it, but I came up with an awesome tip for gluing this down. And okay, we're just, well, not gluing this down. I came up with an awesome tip of, see, I'm already going to screw this up because I kind of moved it a little bit. So try not to move it. Try to just commit and go straight down, or you're going to have like adhesives in between. And that's what I had with my original card. And when I tried to fix it with my little rubber adhesive remover, I kind of split some of the thin pieces of designer paper. So I am going to actually be putting a circle down about here. So what I decided to do is I kept the pieces that cut out of the die, and I'm going to paper piece 2 of them in. Or did I do 3? I think I did 2. I did 2, but I am going to give these to you so you can pick whichever ones you want. Now you kind of have to figure out, like that one doesn't match, it's this one. So you have to figure out which ones match. So I'm going to put this one in down here at the bottom. So this is my cool tip that I came up with. And I'm going to try to put this one here. So it's good to have your die in place, your circle, to kind of know where you want a paper piece. So I'm going to look for this one. So it's not the short little one. It's probably one of the longer ones. So that one's too big, I think. No, actually that one's too big, I think. So let's try this one. That one's it. I think it fits in perfect. Okay. So, oops, let me get it out of there so I can put a little adhesive in. But I'm going to give you all the strips. So then you could, if you want to put all of them back in, the larger ones, you can put all of them back in. Okay. Let's get my circle on here. This is super simple. And oh my gosh, I totally love this card because just how the candy cane looks. So let's do the candy cane next. The candy cane is the white glimmer paper, and it looks like velvet. I mean, it's super sparkly. It's just like basic white with glitter on it. But when you have it on the card, and I'm going to have a close-up on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com, or not a close-up, I'll have a picture of the card. The card looks like velvet with this paper, but I swear it's the glimmer paper. So we're just going to put this on so it kind of just hangs off at a diagonal. Super fun. And then we're going to put on our Christmas cheer with our dimensionals, kind of like so. I kind of have it coming off the circle over here a little bit. So let's get our dimensionals off. I didn't want to have it, oopsie, I almost took the dimensionals off. And then I figured I probably would stick it to my table or something by accident. So trying to, perfect. I didn't put dimensionals on this originally, and I just think you really need dimensionals to get it to stay in place nicely. And then I'm just going to finish this off. Oh, I'm sorry. There's going to be a white for the inside of this one too. So let's do that. I want to make sure you know where all the pieces in your kit if you place an order. And I'll talk about the ordering process in a minute here. And then I have a few announcements before I sign off today. So there we go. And then we're going to finish off with 3 rhinestones. So let's bring over our iridescent rhinestones here with the backing so you see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to take a small one, and I think I did the small up here, but honestly just sprinkle these on wherever you see fit. So I did 2 kind of at the top, and then a small and a large, and then a medium down the bottom here. So super, super cute. I just love how these came out. It's so funny when you get a new bundle and paper and ribbon and then just start playing around. I just ended up loving how these 3 cards turned out. So let me finish off with a couple announcements about the ordering process. So again, let me show the kit. So this is the kit you're going to get from me with your order. So I have one all packaged up. You're going to get 6 cards. So it's the 3 designs, 2 of each with all the envelopes. If you place a $35 order in my store now through November 18th, 2022, so that's this Friday, and I did extend it to midnight because of the seasonal sale. So again, that seasonal sale, wow, I can't talk today, starts this Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. And if you have it with you, it's the annual catalog, the seasonal sale. So it's merchandise from the May 2022 to April 2023 annual catalog. And again, just to go over what's going to be on sale, it's stamp sets that are going to be 15% off, dies that are going to be 20% off, punches are going to be 10% off, embossing folders are 20% off, and designer series paper is going to be 20% off. And the designer paper is the non-specialty designer paper from the annual catalog. So a couple of my favorites, the stylish shapes, of course, that I used with the banner and the circle on these cards. Those go to $24 plus tax and shipping. And then one of my other favorites is going to be on sale, the scalloped contours dies. And I did not grab them from my stash, but if you follow me, I use them quite a bit. And those are going to be $28 plus tax and shipping. Let me go back to my kit and placing orders. So you have until November 18th at midnight. And again, it's $35 to get the kit if you spend $50 or more. And this $35 is before tax and shipping. $50 before tax and shipping. I'm going to throw in a full package of the Iridescent Rhinestones. And I am going to ship packages on Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022, the day before Thanksgiving. So they should get to you well before December 1st. So you can have cards to send out to your friends and family this holiday season. So let me see if I covered almost everything. I think I covered almost everything. So hi, Vicki, by the way, and thanks for tuning in. You might have to go back and catch part of the replay. So I'm going to bring my camera up to my face. So I just want to say hi to all my friends that are traveling home from on stages this weekend. Safe travels to you all. I was just looking at my camera, and it was like 5 years ago. We were in Salt Lake City, and I'm actually wearing my Salt Lake City hoodie, a little hoodie today, and because it's so cold out here. And 4 years ago, we were in Orlando, Florida, which is like just crazy to think that it was 4 and 5 years ago when those events happened. So looking forward to November 2023 that we can all gather together someplace for On Stage, hopefully in the United States. So I saw the cover. Thank you to my stamping friends. I did see the cover of the new 2023 mini catalog that will start in January 2023. And randomly, it's purple, and I'm wearing my purple hoodie today. So it looks really cute, and that's pretty much, I saw one picture of the cover of the mini catalog and one picture of the cover of Celebration, but I couldn't really see much at all. So this week, as a demonstrator, we get to see the catalogs in a PDF format. So super excited for that. So I just want to say about the seasonal sale, and I do want to say something about Stamp Out Breast Cancer too before I sign off today, is that seasonal sale with all those products being, 10%, 15%, 20% off, if your wish list gets to be $125 or more, please send me a message, because the best deal in the catalog is still going to be active during this sale. So Tuesday through Friday, if that wish list of yours is over $125, you can get an order for $99 plus tax and get free shipping on it. So that best deal in the catalog happens all the time. And then if you had future items on your list, you would get a discount. So that would be joining my team, the Sweet and Simple Stampers. And we do have a team meeting coming up on the 20th, a week from today, November 20th. And then we're having a little holiday party in the beginning of December. And most of our meetings are virtual, so if you're watching and you're not in Massachusetts or near me, our meetings are on Zoom, so you can join from any place in the United States. And I just want to say how over the moon I am about Stamp Out Breast Cancer 2022 results. We actually surpassed 22,000 today, or yesterday maybe. So I'm like so thrilled that that event in 2022, we've raised 22,000. Our link will stay open. So if you are watching this, we did a card making event, and you can, with a $30 donation, get a PDF tutorial of all of our projects. So please send me a message if you want to donate. I believe our donation link stays open through December 31st. So if you want to get a donation in the year for your tax purposes, it would be awesome to support our charity. And yeah, I just want to sign off. So I'm signing off. Linda, hi, good morning. Donna, hi, good morning. You might have to go back and catch the replay on this. But I did 3 Sweet Candy Canes cards, and I am offering a class to go, and the ordering deadline will be this Friday, November 18th at midnight Eastern. And I will have all the details below this video once I sign off with the ordering link. I don't know if I talked about the host code, but there is a host code, and it is JP93AVEV. So I will put the link with the host code below and all the details. Let me know if you have any questions. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back next week with a technique project, 10 a.m. on Sunday Eastern, on my Facebook here at Create with Christine. I didn't mention that I actually made a 4th Sweet Candy Canes card, and it's going to post on Tuesday, November 15th for Casing Tuesday. So if you like to look at sketches and play along with them, we have an amazing group of maybe 4,000 of us on Facebook, and we case, which is copy and share everything. So we take a sketch, and every Tuesday, 52 weeks a year, we are playing along with that sketch, and I made mine with Sweet Candy Canes bundle. So check that out. It will post to my blog on Tuesday, November 15th, 2022 at christinestamps.blogspot.com. Okay, I'm signing off. Have a wonderful week, everybody.